All right, Keith, pretty solid day out there again today, but it sounds like the weekend you were just saying we have a little bit of a flip-flop.
Yeah, I think especially from earlier in the week, it looked like Saturday was the sunny day, and then Sunday we might see some showers. So things got more complicated. Not that Saturday's bad now, just to be clear. We'll talk about that. Well, it shouldn't ruin any of your plans.
Okay.
Today, though, to your point, was really, really nice. Got to about 70, hanging on to the 70s from Acton to Ossipee, New Hampshire, into Freiburg at 73 degrees. Along the coast in the mid and upper 60s. Temperatures are going to fall quick, though, here tonight. So if you're headed out, just keep that in mind, that we're not going to be able to hang on to these temps all that long. When the sun sets in about 1 hour or so, we'll see those temperatures come down. Visible satellite, a lot of clear skies. Dew points were low today. That didn't allow for almost any cloud development. The clouds coming in from Canada right now, that's where they'll come in. If we didn't have those clouds tonight, it would really be quite chilly, but those clouds will help insulate us through the second half of the evening. So we quickly drop into the 50s and 40s, but then we kind of flatline there through the early morning hours. And so the change over the Saturday part of the forecast is that it just looks cloudier. And to be honest, we saw this a little yesterday, but it was just the small scale models, and the global models still hung on to more sunshine, so we kept it as partly cloudy. But I just think at this point we have to change it to mostly cloudy, because that's really how it's playing out here, right? Look at 9 o'clock, look at 10 or 11 o'clock. A good part of the state is cloudy. There are breaks of sun, certainly, especially over southern coastal Maine, but there's a lot of clouds around too. Doesn't change the forecast temperature, which is going to be around 70. The mountains will stay in the 60s, but it is a cloudier day than we had anticipated originally. And now Sunday, we still have a chance for some showers around, but look how the first half of Sunday plays out as we wait for that little disturbance. It's quickly into the 70s, in some cases into the mid 70s, Sunday middle of the day, before we even start popping up any of these showers in the mountains and northern Maine. And I think there's a decent chance that many of us will not get one of these showers. Let's say 80% of the state or so probably stays dry on Sunday, if not a little bit higher. So that ends up being the better of the 2 weekend days, even though we do have that shower chance in there. That's our shower chance, period, looks like, into next week, because that moves to the south. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all look good. Originally, there was a front coming through on Thursday. It's been pushed off to Friday, and when we get in these type of patterns, you don't know when that's actually going to hit, or in some cases it may not. So we may go another 7 days without any significant rain. That allows temperatures to drive up into the upper 70s. There'll be some low 80s out there too, especially on Wednesday. I think we'll get an 80 to 82 inland especially. Sea breeze is not as much of a factor as it once was, because the ocean temperature is a bit warmer and the contrast isn't as big as it is in the middle of the summer. So, I mean, sensibly nice weather. Just keep in mind that the change in the cloud cover tomorrow. But, once again, obviously we don't have much rain here. That's why we talked about yesterday. The latest drought monitor came out. It was unchanged mostly, with just one area that was less drought. But I argued the drought is worsening still, just because of where we're going here.
Doesn't look like we're getting any real drought relief.
Nothing to actually help in another 7 days with almost nothing.
So again, we'll enjoy the good weather while we have it.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Keith.